For the best show that deals with all the conversations where we keep it real, be it on relationships, on love, on marriage, on sex, and everything else in between. The ladies keep it real and the gentlemen too. Welcome to Keeping It Real. My name is AJ Akwako Sapon. I'm your host, and of course I'm here with the lovely ladies. Miss Judy, I swear you said today you'd be on this side.
Yes.
I remember perfectly well, so at this point, let's switch.
I actually remembered, but when you went there, I was like,
hey, don't worry. We'll go for a musical break and we'll do the switch. Yeah. But Miss Judy, welcome. How are we doing?
I'm good, yourself?
I'm good, thank you. How's your week been?
It's been good.
Welcome back from Hook Bechucho.
Yeah. It wasn't relaxing, but we take it like that.
We take it like that. And the one and only Lola. Hi, Lola. How are you doing? I'm loving the boo-boo you're wearing. No, you should hook me up. You could hook a girl up. Hook a girl up. Yeah, come on. Yeah. How's your week been?
Oh, it's only Tuesday.
It is, but it feels like it's been 5 days so far.
Yeah, and I think you know how it is.
Yeah.
That's a crazy place.
Oh, Charlie. And the one and only man on the mic, Yoku. Hi, man on the mic. How are you?
I'm well, AJ.
How's your week been?
My tired is tired.
Yeah,
because the weekend was not funny.
It wasn't. What were you up to this weekend?
There was a Santa Moga hangout that I had to MC.
Okay. Santa is Santa Clausians and Moba.
College and Infantiman girls.
Wait.
I guess.
Wait. How are Infantiman not Infantipim girls?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
How does that work?
And Wesley girls are Methodist schools.
No.
So they go together.
Okay.
Holyco and Ogasco are Catholic schools. So they go together. Adisco had St. Monica's.
Okay.
Which is Anglican, but St. Monica's moved out of Central Region to Ashanti Region some time back. So we changed course.
Okay, then you now went to Infantiman.
Infantiman have Infanti.
I mean,
they were already paired up for roughly 50 years before Infantiman came.
Okay. So then Infantiman is what's under what Methodist?
They are not church based.
Oh, and then as well, Adisco is not.
Adisco is Anglican. But our women, St. Monica's moved to.
So you just paired with any other school?
You need someone to pair with.
But you know, before we needed proximity.
Okay, so even though they are not Anglican or church based, you form an alliance regardless.
And your boss will prepare.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations out to all MOBAs, Fancy Mans. Fancy Pimps, yeah.
We acknowledge them at our event because they rep Central Region and rep us really well.
So you're happy that Central Region is high up there.
If it is between us and them, it's a different conversation. But if we are not in the picture,
so what happened to Adisco?
We are either the first or with the first. We don't always have to be the first. Somebody can be the first.
So you fell off.
We are with the first.
So you just this year. And you're who and NSMQ. It's like we didn't see at the school show, but it's okay. It's okay.
Somebody else has to win some.
Right. What was the last time you guys won some?
Oh, in a chair, a few years back.
A few years back. We can't remember how many years back. Just a few years.
Yeah.
But I swear it was Presec for a long time, so I'm not sure how many. How back a few years is.
Presec did some back to back, then they went out, right, and then he came back and did another back to back. Somewhere in the middle there was
right. But welcome. It's time to get into our story for today. We have two stories. I'm not sure which one to start off with first. The controversial one or the tamer one. Okay. All right, so let's go with the first one. Hello, ladies and, gentlemen. When my husband was diagnosed with cancer, I was by his side, being loyal since day one. That was until I went through his phone while he was in surgery. To my shock, he was having an affair with not just one, but two women that worked for him. And to make it worse, both of them were married. I found messages, photos, and even videos. My hands were trembling as I continued scrolling, and yes, I found even more messages. Then I realized that one of the affairs had been going on since before our marriage. I knew I had to get the three of them, get the three of them for what they did to me, but I'm not sure what to do at this point. So I did some digging and eventually found both husbands of these women on Facebook. I sent all the evidence that I found to my phone and made sure to keep myself calm and collected as possibly as I could. I immediately sent the two husbands all the messages, the photos, and the videos, and told them they could do with the evidence as they pleased. I've been a faithful wife to John for so long, only to get repaid by betrayal. I stood up and gently placed his things in a hospital chair and walked out of the hospital room, and I have not gone back. I don't know why I'm feeling guilty for leaving him at the hospital by himself at this difficult time. Was I wrong?
Keeping it real.
Gang, gang. And that's the truth. Roughly translated, when the full lens of the game, the gig is up. Or the perceived full lens of the games, the gig is up. So this lady has finally found out, after many years, while her husband is at the worst point of his life, that he's been a serial cheat even before their marriage. Now she's left him at the hospital because she can't deal with it again, and she's in a good position to say so. But is it not sad to have the one that you need the most at this point walk away from you because of something you did many years ago?
No, it's not did, it's doing.
It's true. Still doing,
it's doing.
Continuing doing, everything else inclusive. Yoku, man on the mic, what do you think?
Like you said, I was glad you didn't say, is she mean?
Oh, no. She's well doing her right.
Sad.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Yeah.
But wait, let me land on the Ohunimobo. I'm not asking her to let go of everything.
I should come and take care of a man that hates me. No, he basically hates me. To have cheated on me for many years. No. To have cheated on me for many years. Have videos, have pictures.
He was
cheated on me even before the marriage. You clearly don't like me.
He was sleeping with her before he married.
So you clearly you are sleeping with your enemy. Okay. You've been with your enemy.
He chose her over them.
No. He's hates.
I'll try to speak so for him.
AJ, there's been a burning question on my mind and my heart, especially because I think for the past few days there's been like a controversy, a very huge one.
Leaked videos.
My question is,
in Guinea.
If you feel you're not a monogamous person, if you feel you can't stay with one person, why get married? Why put someone else's child through all this time?
2 women, multiple periods, videos, pictures.
You see, I said
messages.
I said this somewhere and people didn't understand.
Why?
Which of you three will meet a guy and the man will tell you, listen, I intend to marry 2 or 3 or 4. So you are only one of 3 or one of 4. And you will stay gently, stay down.
No, I will.
Question back.
I will.
Which is,
if you tell me that you cannot.
Me, I'm one of 2 or 3. You're also one of 2 or 3 or 4. What is good for the goose is good for the gander.
The question to you: are you marrying all 4?
No, it depends on what you have.
Hold on, I want to marry you, right? I want to marry you, but I want to marry you and AJ and Miss Judy.
There are some cultures in.
Do you have the money for that?
That allows.
You have the money for that?
Maybe I do. I know
that some cultures
that's a different conversation.
Women to marry
that's
more
a different
than
culture.
No,
not
no.
ours.
No, so I'm just, it's a conversation we are having.
If we are in the culture that allows, what do they call it? Andro something. If we are in the culture that allows women to marry 2, 3, 4.
There is a culture that exists
I
like
didn't
that.
say it doesn't exist.
Okay. So it's a possibility.
If we are in that culture, right? If we are in that culture,
I'm just referring back
and
to
you
your
want
question.
to marry 2, 3, 4. It is part of our culture. But
pay your question.
In this case, it is not in our culture.
So
in our culture, it is polygamy.
But then,
so you are, if she chooses that, okay, as we are opening up our relationship, I also reserve the right to also have my own indiscretions on the side and not bring it to you. Is that also a problem?
Hey.
Is there a question?
I don't understand. I don't get it.
So,
I don't get it.
I'm not. That one is at the other end of the spectrum. me if I hear a shock, I'm like, hey, my guy. People's wives and people's pregnant. Charlie. He's a different ball game. AJ, my thing is, John or whatever his name is, he don't try. One bit. He didn't do well. Okay. But for old time, good time's sake, at the point where he is in the hospital is the worst point that she will leave him. If she chooses not to be caring, so she won't come to the hospital, like come and sit there the whole day and those things. But just keep an eye on him till he's well.
Okay.
When he gets out of the hospital, walk away from him. I won't bat an eye at you.
Can I tell you an interesting thing?
Yeah.
Statistically, men, whose wives get sick are 6 times more likely to leave them.
Whose wives get sick
are 6 times more likely to leave them, either separation or divorce, or cheat on them when they're in such bad positions. So if the woman does it, fair is fair. 6 times more likely.
And in fact, against a statistic by that one.
And in fact, in hospitals, more women that come in sick have their husbands leaving them at the hospital and never coming back.
Ooh.
Yeah. Men traditionally leave women. Women stay with the men when they get sick. Men leave the women when they get sick.
If you say the men cheat while their wives are in the hospital,
that one that you've heard of.
That's I have heard some.
Yeah.
It is not the best thing to do.
Yeah.
But
they feel that they have needs, so they have to go and get it.
That kind of thing.
But the woman, she does dying.
I won't tap them on the shoulder, like I won't pat them on the back, but
how can you even rise to the occasion when the case is not well?
Even we are sick, we rise to the occasion now.
But there's a higher.
You don't know that when men are sick,
they expect the woman to take care of them. And you know, there was this really bad thread I saw on Twitter where women were describing how they had to take care of their men's needs while sick. And there was and it was the nurses that were talking about it. And some men would come to the hospital every night. And then the one particular woman who come to the hospital every night to get oral sex from someone who was literally going through chemo every night.
His wife in the hospital?
Yes, he would come every night. And she had to do it because she felt he would cheat nonetheless, like if she didn't. And there were men that would make their wives still clean and cook while going through chemo, clean and cook while sick. Like the men have expectations about what you should continue to do while sick.
Some of the men are not great.
Clearly.
Obviously. Some of them are not great. Your wife is doing chemo in the hospital and stuff. And you expect her to get up and come home and come and clean. You crazy?
Always.
It's your house.
Yeah. Once they come home after chemo, they expect you to.
Earlier today, I was telling a newly married lady not to start things that she doesn't think she can continue. Because these are things that we do. Yeah. Men get used to it. And then when you stop, they feel like, what's this? But that's not the case. You are just tired. And you are just tired.
No, they feel say wabasu.
But you are just tired because the kids are in. Yeah. You cannot keep up. So don't start things that you know you cannot finish.
You see, that advice goes both ways. The men too, some start stuff that they can't finish. The women start.
So don't
Two people, figure yourselves out and draw your rules of engagement.
Because unfortunately, we live in a society that when a man cheats, it's normal. But when he cheats, you are told to pray, to dress well, to pamper him
that
well,
will entice him. Yeah. That's why someone would be going through chemo and want to give her husband oral sex.
Really,
it's so awful.
If I was a nurse,
you stop it.
Days, I would call the man. That's what I would do to him.
I wouldn't lock the door, not even out.
But yeah, apparently a lot of nurses notice the husband.
She was scared that the husband will step out. Yeah. So what kind of relationship do you have with your husband that he can't understand that he needs to
man with your wife in that condition? If you went to the hospital and she said, honey, I want to do this for you, you should be able to tell her.
No need, get better.
Concentrate on
You get
getting
well and
better.
come home, we'll do marathon.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But at the hospital, that Charlie, that
like
guy
that's what I think
that guy
is
needs
saying.
to know.
Like when you get married, you
women.
should just make sure, like mentally, don't start something you cannot finish.
Anyways, that's beside the point. So this woman says she's leaving him at the. She doesn't feel the need to take care of a man that has clearly been disrespecting her for many years prior to their relationship. I don't know how long they've been together, but doesn't see the point of her basically using her good years to take care of a man that hasn't factored in her mental well-being.
We can't fault it.
I think I want to fault her. I'm not being insensitive that way. So before she caught him, did she have any evidence that he's done something? Did he treat her well? Was there a way that you can say that the man was not responsible? If before he was the man that you married and you cherished, then I think you should consider, so he's well. Then you weigh whether you really want to be with a cheating husband or not. But for me, actually, if there are two ways. If a man cheats once, it's not a mistake. It's a choice that he made to cheat. But he realizes that it's not something he wants to do. And your fan is a mistake. No, So he's remorseful. He's apologizing. We are all sinners. God came for those who sin. So I'll forgive him. But the moment you try to make it normal, you've been with two people and you are trying to make me feel like I am the reason you are doing this. You are gaslighting and all that. That's another thing. I would leave.
Walk away.
You know what the story about the guy going to the hospital for the oral sex and all that, and his wife thinking, if I don't do it, he will go away, right? Like I said, if I was a nurse, I would call him out, and if we had a conversation and he said, if she doesn't do it, I'm going. No, but me your wife is sick. At that point, she is invalid. She can't do certain things. If I hear that your wife has been terminal for, let's say, whatever, 6 months, 1 year, whatever, and you've gone to try your home, something, I will fume, but I'll pardon. Right? But to put her through that while she's in hospital is not acceptable. For what John has done, like Miss Judy said, if
he was a good husband,
if he hasn't been a nasty guy for ages, and he's been your perfect husband, except that there was a dark side he didn't know. Okay, for good time's sake, for old time's sake,
take care of
him. Let him get well, so that he knows that you are not afraid of him because he's sick. You have left him. No, I want you to be well, so you know that I'm leaving you for such and such a reason.
What if he was a terrible husband?
If he was a terrible husband, there's nothing to fuss about.
Then she well within her rights to move. Okay.
But I also feel like leaving him at this very down point in life. I mean, we all have our highs and lows as human beings. We all have our faults as human beings. We are not defending what John has done, but I feel like leaving him at this very, very vulnerable stage could worsen the plight. His plight.
But when he was doing it, he didn't know that it wasn't my mental health.
Yeah, well, but right now it could make his sickness very much worse.
But what if he had brought me STD? I could have been dead.
I'm sure she's giving.
But if he has been at this since before you got married, he hasn't brought you any of the 3Ds.
You wouldn't know.
Disease, drama, daddy issues. She hasn't brought any of them.
You wouldn't know really, until you get until we get the truth. Because it could be that maybe she didn't realize that she may have some STD. You could treat it without, or it could go without you even realizing you've had it. Or maybe there's a child in the mix somewhere. Maybe she's with her husband, and the other person's with her husband and probably has a child for this man. You never know. And then the drama, we can't ascertain if she was truly drama-free in her relationship.
Well, so that's what Miss Judy was saying. If he has been model
then it's
husband,
okay.
It's not. It's not saying
okay,
it's okay sounds like we are justifying his actions. We are not. It's not okay.
We'll pardon him.
But exactly, we'll pardon him.
So leave him after he gets better.
Temporarily pardon him. right? Let him get well so we can chastise him to his face.
Okay.
Yeah, so she should just take it as she's doing a goodwill for somebody in
Charity
her
cause.
family.
But
you know.
charity
if
case.
she really feels betrayed, the chance of her even killing the man is
It's
another.
very high.
So she has a reason for leaving.
She's very vindictive because obviously she's told the people's partners that her husband was cheating with.
I'm
Like she doesn't want to
spoiling
go
it
through
all
the
now.
pain and
Let it all let it all burn.
Everyone has to.
Everyone go feel you go feel it.
Wow, what's the crap?
Like I feel like
I mean, the husbands are the first. It's really good. She's told the husbands she's destroyed their relationship. No, yeah. I need to know. I need to help out the men too. Yeah, the men need to know. The men need to know what's going on. You can't just destroy my relationship and think it's okay. Your relationship will go down. War Ben.
say what?
They haven't destroyed
But
yours.
they did now.
They were only
They
petting.
didn't.
No.
They
They were
didn't destroy it.
petting.
They were not trying to collect yours. They were only
At
petting
all.
yours.
But they
right
were
now, you are
collecting for a long time.
A long time.
Prior to our marriage. So now
They were
She may not
collecting a
have had
little
an
of yours.
idea.
Yeah,
I think
so
he was a good
man.
husband.
Yeah.
He kept
maybe.
his mess away from
But
him.
then now their husbands will know that they are not good wives.
Good wife.
Everyone should collect
Ratted them out.
water
Yeah.
seasoning.
So it's a single ladies baby.
Oh,
Two
yeah.
married women.
Eh?
Fine.
It's presumed that married women don't give you wahala that single women do.
Have you seen what is going on in Guinea-Bissau? Are you seeing what has gone on in Guinea?
Is it
Yeah,
It's
Guinea-Bissau?
Guinea-Bissau, Equatorial Guinea.
Equatorial Guinea.
But you see, most of them are married. It's assumed that
Eh.
that the married women keep it discreet.
Yeah.
They will not give you
Because they have
problems.
something,
But
they have something to lose when you're a guy.
Yes.
why would we record video?
Oh,
Charlie, the man
You
knows.
have a lot to lose, and you will say that let's do video.
It's their fetish.
No, it's your
He's
fetish.
married.
You are married.
See how it was
She's
found.
married.
How it was found.
How
He
was
didn't
it
keep
found?
it in a safe or a secure place.
was it
It's
found?
just there.
It was on his laptop apparently. So he was being reviewed for
Yeah,
corruption
he keep
charges.
it, like-
So they came to seize
they
his.
seized
They
it.
came to his office and seized all his equipment to make
Office equipment.
to do investigations to see if there were any shady. Because he's the head of the financial crimes unit to see if there was any corruption. Exactly.
Head of financial.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. That it's like
So-
I think it's a natural. It's a kink thing for him. Like
No, clearly he's a
it's
king.
fetish,
You notice that he's always looking at the camera.
Yeah, but that's why you have your work laptop and your personal laptop.
And then that's how come
So
when
very
the
secure.
authorities
High-level
saw it, no, they said then let's pass everything. Everyone go feel
The people too who were involved.
I'm sure their wives are part, so they said everybody will feel
Police boss, daughter, and the minister's wife.
President's sister.
The guy don't try.
Hey,
Ministers.
The guy don't try.
ministers'
So that- I'm
wives.
sure one of them found out like you. I'll
But
show
see,
you Pepe.
Somebody
He
asked
said,
somebody
somebody
asked the question. Well, somebody asked, why would so many women go to him?
I have a theory.
Hold on, go to him, right? And it doesn't mean this one didn't know this one was there. Did nobody know somebody else was there?
Allegedly.
And then somebody's answer was, what he was working with? Maybe what he was working with was spouse.
Allegedly, he was passed around through the circles. So my theory
The
is
women passed him around.
my theory is all these women felt like they had something to lose. So they went for a quiet, maybe discreet gentleman, hence him, who also has something to lose. But the only problem is that they decided to record the videos, I think as a kink for all, because we're all very into watching the videos as well.
So I haven't watched the videos.
Oh, you haven't?
But somebody said.
sure.
I've seen the
pics, yeah.
the
Screenshots of it, yeah.
The screenshot that went around. I haven't
Right.
seen any of the videos.
Oh, you should.
But somebody was
You
saying
watched
that
it?
the
No,
way,
I saw it in passing. It was DJ
the
Phil.
way
After the
It
show,
was
the way
DJ
people
Phil.
were looking, the way the women were looking into the camera.
Yeah.
It could be it was a hidden camera, so they didn't know the camera.
apparently-
There was one
apparently he
particular-
talks to them
yeah.
because, it's consensual.
Oh.
Yes.
Apparently, there was one particular video that they were doing it on a public street
wow.
with a third party videoing it, going round them on a street
Why, the
in
guy-
front of
the guy
someone's
wants to-
house.
You want to do porn or something?
He should have just resigned.
You should go and do
And we'll
porn.
rename him.
You should go and do porn. It'll be his call.
But also, looking at accoutrements, I get it.
Oh, okay. So
When you-
I'm coming to you.
I get it. I get it.
What he was working with was not friendly.
I get it. It was. I get it. It was a detective tool of submission. I get it. I really get it. But yeah, that's beside the point. We're talking about this in an educational capacity. Just throw some light. If you don't know, you don't know. If you know, you know. Okay, let's get into our final story for this evening. And this one says, "Hi, ladies. I think I may have made some bad decisions and now I'm not sure what to do. So I was suspecting my first wife after my friend told me she may be cheating on me. After I felt I had found justifiable evidence that she may be cheating, I divorced her and married another. The second one pretended to be good, but I recently found her and in fact came to catch her red-handedly cheating on me. I'm now afraid to remarry. However, yes, I have a side chick. I've always kept one, even with my first wife, even though I'm not proud of it. But as a man, I need a side chick to be a complete man.
Wow. Hey.
I went to try and bring back my first wife and found out that she is married to another man. Does it mean that men of this generation have the mind to marry a divorced woman that cheated on her husband? And the worst part is, the man that married her knows that I divorced her because of the cheating. He was also amongst the people that advised me to divorce my Please help me. I need your advice. I feel like I'm going mad.
Oh, but what
Hey! He assumed she was cheating based on what was said.
No, the effrontery. You have a side chick.
Yes. He's always had a side chick. Yes.
You've always had a complaining.
Yes.
He says
because he needs to be a complete. Yeah.
How does that work?
You're complete. He's missing with a wife. He needs more.
What does a side chick give him?
Ego boost.
Take care.
I think so. Because he wants to be complete.
He wants to be complete. You complete me.
Complete now.
But it's the fact that he divorced someone based on someone ratting him, saying that she's cheating. Then he now thinks he found enough evidence to assume she's cheating. He never caught her cheating.
Okay.
Then divorced her. Married a second woman. Actually caught her cheating. Red-handed. Entered the room and saw her Gani. And then decides to leave her and go back to the first wife. Clearly meaning that there must have been something.
For all you know, this second wife was in the picture. And he was just
probably the elevated side chick. You never know.
Because how can you divorce after being traumatized by cheating?
Yeah, and go straight into another
marriage. Come on.
He was right.
No, come on, pair how he's talking about it.
Timelines are short.
Very, very short. And said she was good or pretended to be good. Then she also cheated and showed him shaking. Now he wants to go back to the first wife. Which then it means that whatever that you think you knew is clearly not what you know. Exactly. For you to want to go back to the first one to pick her up again.
See, even if she was actually cheating before, right? He never found out. He was told. This one he found out.
He saw.
So this one must be badder than the first.
Badder than bad.
The lesser of two evils. But when she realized that, yes, she's gone. And the person that advised you to leave her, no.
So could it be that the person that advised him is the one that probably ratted it out and created that scenario?
Well, maybe, but it could also be that the person that married the first wife, in the course of the mediation, nyabuche me and call nyabuche, and he insisted on getting like, okay, because maybe that person had realized that in during the mediation and the interaction, he realized that the chick is actually not that bad.
So he now encouraged him to leave.
Okay, fine, you want to go, it's okay. You go and let me take it. Maybe.
And he's pissed that the man went for a woman when he thinks that he's confused. He feels like he's.
What does he want us to tell him?
He's going mad.
That he should.
But I didn't remember. No, you see, the thing for me is the fact that he has always had a side chick.
You don't want someone.
What are you complaining about?
Wants to be complete, la.
So the woman also wanted to be complete.
If you have been faithful and you find out that she's cheating, different ball game. You dey fire. She dey fire. When you find out, sister, she minim say who you, but when minim say who me so me you, to the entry breaks. But you want to continue, you want somebody to do so. Hey.
And it's that narrative that's going round, I think, these days, where men feel like they need a side chick to be complete. Even people who get married that day, you find them having sexual relations with a bridesmaid or a friend or something. So marriage, for me, it looks like fashion right now. Everyone wants to marry Evie, but they always have their side chicks whatsoever. So if you're a woman and you're going to get married, please shine your eye.
How? Shine it how? No, I'm just interested in knowing shine it how.
Girls, we'll have a private meeting.
Hey.
The boys, they are wicked and bad. They are very wicked and bad.
You think the boys are wicked and bad?
Oh no.
The girls of today.
Share.
You know the funny thing? We used to think the boys were wicked and bad. The girls were chill.
400.
But the girls are chilled.
We are
400.
Please, hold on.
No, but the
We are
400
finding
days,
out that-
they are different league.
I know, he's at the other end of the spectrum. We are finding out these days that some of the things the girls have done that has come to pass. So the stories I've heard.
You've heard quite a number of them.
You see, and when I hear, a younger lady has done such and such, I'm like, I heard a story of a white American judge, right? If his wife hadn't passed, he would have been married for 52 years. His brother got kidney issues. They needed a transplant. So, okay, collect the whole family. Let's all go and test and see who will pass. And he found out that his two sons, 40 and 42, are not his children.
Jeez.
40 and 42
Jesus.
are not his children. Okay, so it be like the Yahweh. No be nice start to.
Oh yeah.
But you.
But you're still better than bad.
Yeah, I think women are
Like people want to
Wicked
be.
and bad.
It is said that.
You people.
But you see, it's the men that showed us shaggy. The men are the ones that showed us how to do, how to show you shaggy.
No,
Yes.
it is said that men we misbehave. But it is easy for us to get caught.
Because society has made it acceptable.
No.
Yes.
Is that what makes it easy for us to get caught?
No, because you guys are
Point is,
sloppy
you know that when you cheat,
liars.
Like Edith said, they'll tell you to pray as a woman. They'll tell you that what they remember this are. But women, go and do it. It's the backlash. So you rather hide it. Men, you can afford to like be a bit open about it.
That's true.
You.
Okay, so this is a situation where this man has always had a side chick, and we see quite a number of men these days happy to entertain side chicks, happy to have the extra companionship on the side of their marriages. I do even know the question. I want to ask, at what point is it
Okay.
is it okay or is it justified to have extra attention out of your marriage for both women and men?
I don't think it is ever justified. Right? I don't think it's ever justified.
Okay.
A lot of the men, the men will give a lot of reasons for it, but I don't think it is ever justified. On the other hand, some have said that men are physically built to be multi-partner.
Yeah.
Right?
Let me stop.
Physiologically.
No,
Hold on. Physiologically, a man's body produces sperm at least every 3 days.
Yes. Men should be the one that should be looking at more contraceptive methods, by the way.
Yeah, the contraceptive methods that are made for women plenty is the wrong direction. We produce sperm every 3 days. Women are, for want of a better way to put it, available for sex, right? Throughout the month. But it's when they actually want it is that ovulation time.
No, that is when we want to do something else with it. That's not when we actually want it.
Yeah.
But for most women, they can't be bothered.
Sure.
And I didn't say, oh,
No.
they're shit.
Because
You don't
she's
know.
about to tell you about her body.
Yes.
So
As a woman.
So between a man and a woman, who is difficult to please?
In terms of sex?
Yes, in terms of sex.
Women.
Who takes longer? Thank you.
Women.
But you men think that your 2 minutes is better than our 1 hour. Like,
Thank you.
But you guys also think that it's like you should have like multiple partners.
Yeah.
Not us,
Can you
who are
imagine?
difficult to please.
Yes.
We that can take 6 to 10 men, and that you people cannot. You're assuming that like I don't even.
It shocks me. It shocks us. How? More. What did you say? Yeah.
I cannot understand this.
I can't think far.
You can't think far. You can't think
I can't.
You see?
You guys just use sperm. So what? Sperms into
Charlie, how you?
But you don't think that hours that you'll be on top of us for hours and we're not rich. We should go to another person.
Thank you. We should be considering other options.
Yeah, but show them how to get you there. It's not always.
should come and show you.
It's
You
not
show us.
always be on top of you.
But why do you think that you need to have multiple women, even when you can't handle one? There's this movie I watched, and then the girl
can't handle one.
the girl-
trying to do multiple. That one they should be
the husband was there's this series I watched. The husband was really considering taking on a second wife. And was so determined for it, and the wife looked at him and said that you're not even strong enough to handle one woman. I don't know what gave you the stupid idea that you can handle two. And walked off. Because to be honest, anyways.
Continue producing the sperm, say it.
Yes.
Oh, relax.
At this point, to be the only man there's how do.
Charlie,
Oh my.
I want to think, and per my experience, married many female friends, and I have like very intimate conversations with my female friends. I don't know what it is about me. They just talk.
Yeah.
Most of them, and that's why I didn't say all women. Most women, if they have it, yes, but if they don't have it, they can't be bothered for pretty much the whole month, right? Until that ovulation period where they really get horny and everything. And then there's the red stage where nothing can happen. Okay.
Hey.
You know that code red. Tell me, not go also.
Generally, not everybody. Generally,
The percentage is low.
it is.
It is very low.
Wait, for which one? For the ovulation or for the code red?
Listen, for the entire month, women now are ready.
Hey,
There are very few people.
even for the code red.
For them, blue, green.
It's just because of the waste of time, like she was saying. So a lot of women will not even bother because
Listen, if the man is good,
Because the men are not doing
Yeah.
the men are not doing a
Women
good
can
job.
have higher sex drives than men.
If the man is
Oh, that
like
I'm not
the
arguing.
men are
I'm not
doing the
doubting.
right thing, a woman will be like she'll want
Very
you
responsive.
to out. But what you are coming to do, you are not pleasing the
Oh, but
person,
it's in a
and you want the person to want you for what? Come and sweat on the person.
I know, right?
and
Hey,
pretend.
yeah, same one. And what?
Pretend.
The woman has to pretend.
Quite a bit. So that it becomes real more.
And simply, but then maybe that's why Equatorial Guinea. Maybe that's why he had 400.
So many,
He's
yeah.
doing a good job.
Perhaps.
And so those who can do the good job, allow them to.
You should allow cash out there.
For those who do the good job, allow them
Oh, my
to
God.
allow cash out there.
Okay, we hear you. But in this situation, this man, he's now faced with a terrible situation where the wife he wants, he can't get.
He won't. Not that he can't. He won't get.
And it doesn't know if he is in a space where he's willing to marry again. Now, Shout out to you, Adam. Adam, head of sales. In this particular scenario, what do you think this man should do?
You see, the way he said, you told the story halfway and said, shout out to Adam.
What do you reckon that he should do? Or move on? Or adjust?
One, his first wife, he's not getting back. She's already married. Out of the question.
Okay.
His second wife, at this point, I'm guessing he has decided he doesn't want her anymore because he's so filigadochi.
He can't forgive.
He can't forgive. So, if he chooses not to marry again, fine. His cup of tea. After all, he has a side chick.
Exactly.
If he decides to marry again, I would say he should come to terms with himself and realize that what is good for him, the goose, is good for the gander. So, if he's going to continue having a side chick, he should be ready to find out that maybe his wife has a side boo. If he wants a faithful woman, he should go and finish the side chick part and come and focus on his wife.
Or maybe elevate the side chick to wife.
See,
or he'll find another one to replace her.
Like Miss Judy said, maybe he's not particularly doing a good job. So he should focus his energies and concentrate on making his next wife happy, rather than worrying about feeling like a man and having a side chick. I don't know how he's feeling like.
Let's go the traditional way. You should go to church and
preach on. There's something he's doing wrong.
Have you seen what Sam Jonah said about?
He's something
touch his
pray
wife's
for.
heart.
Thank you.
Have you seen what Sam Jonah said about Ghanaians?
That we pray too much.
Thank you.
No, this is not the same advice we given to a woman.
No, the woman will tell the woman to pray and fast.
Should change his attitude to be more submissive to the wife. That's what you should do.
No, but that's what he should do. He should be more submissive to his wife. He should go and pray. He should pray for the second wife. There's something wrong. If two women have cheated on you, there's a problem with you. There's a problem with you.
Or maybe that's why he needs to feel complete.
That's why.
Yes. Maybe the side chicks are just collecting money.
There was a story of a woman whose husband came and told her his side chick is pregnant for him. And then I was like, really? Like, seriously? Because apparently,
He can't. Hey.
And the wife knows hey. But now that he's trying to introduce this one, he's flexing because my brother is firing blanks.
Hey. And you see, we haven't even started a conversation of women that are willing, and I say willing, to take their husband's shame by going to cheat. Sometimes a lot of these men are not incapable of doing, but instead of making you face the reality that really you're shooting blanks, I'll take it upon myself as the thoughtful woman that I am to help out and find a willing donor to bring children and joy to our home.
Yeah. Good.
Thank you.
A willing donor. That's why he spent bank day.
But what if it's a spend bank?
Let's go and take it from the spend
Let's assume it's a spend bank.
What AJ is saying is about ego. Some men don't want to accept that this is the situation.
Yeah.
It's about ego. They don't want to
talk
accept.
to him and let him know that.
They never accept it.
Let's go.
They never accept it.
Even tell him we are going to do IVF. Let the hospital collect his blanks and use the sperm bank to fix it.
But we are using we can't afford IVF.
No, you don't want to.
We can't afford IVF. We are doing the natural.
The process is wrong. The process is too
and
long.
helping out so that we'll bring the children and joy to the home. Everyone's happy.
You see, the problem with the children, not men finding paternity issues, the pain for the men most of the time is the fact that Charlie, he has pulled the money out of his nostrils
to take care of them.
Take care of their children. With the knowledge, what a perception
that they are mine,
that they are his.
But they are yours.
They are yours.
Just because they are not biologically yours doesndoesn't mean they are not yours.
Let's assume you adopted.
Whatever is mine is yours.
Oh,
and in fact, in the marital sense of things, once we are married and then we have the children, legally is yours.
Adopted, fine. we know, we have agreed.
But they are legally yours.
That's what I'm saying. Adopted legally, fine.
You know, the
But
children
then
are legally yours.
the other one has-
They might not be biologically yours, but they are legally yours.
Doing everything.
They are legally.
When the men find out that, hey, after all the work I have done, after all the sweat, after all
But you
the
were not capable of doing
sacrifice.
it.
Well, you know that so many men right now don't have a life of their own. Their whole life is hustle for my wife and children.
The women too.
They say,
Thank you.
They don't chill some. All the work they did was to pay fees and this. Only to find out that fees don't tie the car.
But if they were his, I would still do the same thing.
And the kids will look up to you like their father.
If he knew they were not
But
his,
you are not capable of
if he
it.
knew they were not his and he agreed to take care of them. People take care of strangers' children, their nieces and nephews. They knew they were not theirs,
But they are
they
wife's
took
children.
up the challenge. If she came to the marriage with her children, he would take up the challenge.
But I'm helping
when
you.
they tell him, say, hey, you're dear for 22 years, medical school bills,
But it's yours.
And then you realize that, Charlie.
They'll come and look after you after in your old age.
They are still your children.
You walk them down the aisle.
They are still your children.
Yeah, your
They will have
they'll
your
not-
grandchildren. They will carry your name.
But Charlie, those
Your
women are
lineage.
bold. They are bold.
The judge you were talking about 40 and 42.
Where do you start?
Another
Where do
one.
you start?
She woke up to her
Another
sin
one.
every day, and she
Another
did.
one,
Yeah.
another story. Thanksgiving dinner. I think the oldest daughter had gone to do ancestry.com or one of those things, and then it didn't bring her siblings as her siblings, but there was a family member in the community. Okay, so when she brought it up at Thanksgiving dinner, it wasn't to create problems. It was just, can you believe these useless websites that don't even work well? This is what happened.
And everyone just
Everybody-
paused and said, wait, what?
Then the mother broke down and confessed. The father didn't say anything. He got up from the table, picked up his car keys, and drove off. They couldn't find him for a few days. Then Grandpa remembered that they have some cabin being someplace. So he went there alone. When he got there, the man had hung himself in the cabin. Grandpa hasn't spoken to the woman since the man passed. Grandpa came and drove the woman out of the house. And since then, he hasn't spoken to her. I think Grandpa has stopped talking or something. I don't remember the details. Now, the girl feels bad, like she has
ruined her family.
She ruined the family.
Not that her mom's
But
sin
did she-
ruined the family.
But did she ruin the family?
She shouldn't have brought it up at
Yeah, but it's a mom. It's a mom's. The mom's aid that ruined.
intelligence sometimes.
She should have brought it up at Thanksgiving dinner.
Hey, in some world.
Simply.
Basically, he who wait,
He who sins
sinned
must come
with clean hands. Yeah, same goes out to this man because he's already a cheater. How do you now expect to get non-cheaters?
Exactly.
And then
You are cheating. Who should stay clean for you?
his karma is getting to him. And on that note, we'll bring the show to an end. Thank you all so much for being tuned in. We hope you enjoy the show. Of course, I had the one and only Miss Judy, who is looking nice and saying that we'll see you next week, yeah? Yeah? We will, yeah? And Lola.
Somebody is looking at me like,
And so we're taking your time, sport, and of course, man on the mic, Yoku, is so good to have you here. My name is AJ Sapon. We'll be back next week. I almost said tomorrow. Next week, 7 p.m. right here on 3FM 92.7. Samani comes through with the news at 8.